Hello, Internet, and welcome to Red Jenny. We're here to play the Dragon Age TTRPG, and we're excited to have you here with us. It's episode 66, baby. Only another 600 more, and we've fulfilled my obligation to Satan. So buckle up for the rest of them. I don't know. That was all I could think of for today. Hi, everyone. We're super
Hang
excited to
on,
be
hang on.
back.
I got to step in real quick on that one. For all the crap that you give us about misquoting you and then you say stuff like that, you're just asking to be clipped.
Listen, that honestly would be my least embarrassing clip. Out
That's
of
true. There are
the shit
worse.
that
I
I've
think that
done.
just adds to Val's street cred,
It,
honestly.
it really
It
does.
really
The
does.
clips of you playing Dark Souls 2 on mouse and keyboard. Is it Dark Souls 2?
It was
I
Dark
think
Souls 2, yeah.
Some of those are truly heinous.
Yeah.
That's because you made
So
the decision to play Dark Souls 2 on mouse and keyboard.
yes, I did.
That was a you
That was my
choice.
challenge run.
I don't think it started out as a bit though. I think maybe
No, I
it has become a
legitimately just
bit.
didn't have a controller to
I
do
was
that.
like,
And I
I want
wanted
to
to stream
stream
that
Dark
game.
Souls
I was like, how
2.
hard can it be?
Scholar, the most the most controversial of the 3 games, I would argue,
Yeah.
as far as
And playing in the
reception.
most controversial
And then the
partial
only
ways.
people like it better when you do it on like a DDR pad or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what really got me is that people were like, "Oh, play a DDR pad.
You
That's
guys
cool.
watch
Play
that
on
girl
mouse and
that
keyboard. You fucking
you
scrub."
guys watch that girl beat Elden Ring on a DDR pad?
Yeah. So yeah,
Insanity.
I'm gonna move this along. We're gonna be continuing with our downtime here today, but before we get started, gonna go and let my lovely players here talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they're playing tonight. Starting with Van.
That's me. Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internet at Van but Wilder, wherever you can find people on the internet. Mostly, I am just hanging out in the Discord and streaming on Twitch a couple of times a week here, and also sometimes on Sunday nights on twitch.tv/hackrecklessly. Tonight, I am playing Venehn, who is an elven marksman ranger, and I don't have a bit today because I wanted to say a thing, especially because a lot of us know people in the area. The LA wildfires are fully contained and have been for a few days now. I think going on like a week and a half now. I think they were officially contained on the 31st. But they are and have been for several weeks already the costliest wildfire in our history, which is fucking insane. So we're looking at literal like tens, 20s, 30s, 40s of billions of dollars in damage in the LA area. And a lot of places are taking donations, and a lot of people also out there have been scamming people for donations, which sucks. So, in lieu of a bit, I would like to present a great vetted organization that you can donate to that won't steal your money. They're called the California Community Foundation. Actually have donated to a couple of their fundraisers. But the California Community Foundation, it's calfund.org. The donate link for the LA wildfires specifically is connect.calfund.org/LA wildfires. They're a great organization in California that raises a bunch of money, offers grants. They have a lot of different focus areas, but they are particularly very, very important in a lot of California communities, especially for people of color. They reference Black and Brown children, the LGBTQIA community, and immigrants, and basically any underserved population. And they're doing a fundraiser specifically for the LA wildfires right now. So please, they're great, specifically for underprivileged and underserved communities. And your money will actually go to the people who needs it. That link one more time is connect.calfund.org/LA wildfires. It's important.
It is.
Tons of
I
people are
was waiting for,
finally.
like, I wasn't sure where that was going at first.
It's
But
just the thing I wanted to say.
I thought you were about to make a joke. I was like, Van, what are you doing?
No, I usually no, because usually when I finish introducing myself, you guys are still quiet because you think I'm gonna say something else, and so I was like, I'll say something else. So
Yeah.
that is my time. But yeah, the LA wildfires have projected losses estimating between 35 and 45 billion dollars, based on the risk modeling companies that are doing the math. That's 3.6 times more than the 2018 wildfires, which were also super, super deadly. And a lot of people are finally now able to try to get back into the area and get to their homes, and a lot of them are finding that their homes are just not there anymore. So donate to that organization. It's a good one.
Heck yeah. You good?
Yeah.
Alright. Hey, I'm Shanice Sid. You can find me on the internet at Greek Sid, but instead, you could go donate to Cal Funds and support people that are dealing with the catastrophes in California right now. Yep, that's my new bit. Instead of trying to look me up on social media and not finding much, you can do something more important with your time. And today, it can be that. I'm here Mondays and Saturdays, and tonight I am playing Yasmera. She is our Kunari rogue shadow assassin. There we go.
It's me. What's up, y'all? It's me, Wally, your favorite non-binary best friend on the internet. Hey, donate to donate to California. I mean, donate to them. They need it. People need it out there. That's my bit for the evening. I'm echoing everyone else. You can find me on the social medias at WALE132, just like the cute little Disney robot. But today I am playing Garas, the Grey Warden, Elven Duelist Bard, and yeah, that's me.
Thanks, Wally. I guess that's me then. Hi, Internet, and hi, Mom. It's me. It's the Sita. You can find me at most places on the internet at Mr. Wilt. It's spelled very annoyingly because I'm pretentious. Look below. You can also find me at john.sita on Instagram, where I post a bunch of lovely photos of food that I make. But as everybody has said, what you should really do is go to www.calfund.org and help all of the horribly displaced people in California. Living in Oregon myself, we have dealt with some really bad fires, nothing by comparison. But I can tell you, lives are heavily affected. Like even people who are still there, the air quality has to be terrible. It's not just the physical damage. There are a lot of things that those people need help with. So please go out there and help them out. But tonight, watch us play as I play one Andros Philippe Bastille de Cartier, also known as Carter, the human arcane warrior necromancer.
Ah, the name still hits after all this time.
And that's just me. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find me the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet. Mostly just here running games. Run this one, obviously, because I'm here doing that. And then on Saturdays, I run our Blades in the Dark campaign called Hearts of Stone at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. I got the time right.
Wally, are you okay?
Wally, what'd you do?
It was lint on my tongue and it was getting stuck in my mustache, and I was trying to get it off, and it kept on going back and forth between my mustache.
Oh, sorry, dude. I know that feeling. I went an hour with ranch in my beard and nobody told me yesterday. An hour.
Oof.
Okay, can I say something about that real quick? If you see somebody with food on their face, or food in their teeth, or lint in their mustache,
Say something!
or their skirts tucked up into their underwear, or whatever, fucking say something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
No, the worst thing that could possibly happen is that they turn around and they're pissed and they go, "How fucking dare you?" And then you could be like, "Sorry, just trying to help," and walk away, okay?
Would you rather I hadn't told you?
99.99999% of the time, that person is going to be thinking of you as a hero for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Say
You
something.
do it. Say something.
We
Don't just walk away.
People want to know. Even if they act like they don't want to know, they want to know. Because the first thing they're going to do is fix it, okay?
Two very important PSAs we've put out there today.
Equally
Donate to
equally important.
calfund.org and make sure that you tell people if they have lint in their mustache.
Okay, we're preaching kindness.
Yes.
Two
In the
kind
world-
things you
in
can
the world
do.
today, we need to preach kindness, and that's
Help.
what we're doing here.
Help Los Angeles, because it's fucking burning like the rest of the planet. And tell people if they have food in their teeth.
This game's gonna have a weird energy.
Yeah.
Tonight. I can
Yeah.
already feel
I'm
it.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, let's
Uh,
go.
well, I think that's it for
You
my
invited
introduction.
us.
I don't remember. Y'all ready to get started?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Previously on Red Jenny, we began a period of downtime as the crew of the Red Jenny sent off word to Commander Garahel of the Grey Wardens at seeking information so that they might thwart the plans of Blue Justin, aka the Disciples of Silence. We started our downtime off with a bang with Venehn doing a murder, tracking down and assassinating the alchemist who was responsible for, I guess, giving Venehn his arm at the cost of killing a member of Venehn's clan. You're able to track down this alchemist, put an end to him very swiftly, finding the horrors of his experimentation in the basement of his shop, and promptly burning the place to the ground. We continued our downtime on a different note with Yasmera of tracking down her mother by the means of some magical, mystical powers that Venehn has been gifted by the relic that he carries of Derthamen.
The Eye of
And you
Thundera.
found that she wasn't as far away as you thought, not having traveled all the way back to the Kunari homeland, but instead only about a day's ride northeast of Valrayo. You all ventured out that way, confronted her, and found out that along her trek home, she had discovered some unsettling news that she had been exiled from her people and named Tal Vashoth, much as Akant, your father, had before her. Knowing that returning home would mean her certain death, and also feeling too embarrassed to return back to Valrio, and also worried about the danger that might pose, she had I was trying to say the word that kept coming to mind is condemned. That felt very strong. She had
Punished herself. She punished herself.
Yeah,
Self-ostracization.
to a life of solitude, outside or in the wilds or in the farmlands outside of the city. You found her, confronted her, told her this was stupid, and that you should come home with that she should come home with y'all. And were able to persuade her to do so. Returning back to Valrio, with her in tow, you actually set her up at the old bar where your adventures first began, so she'd have a place of her own to stay, a little bit quieter than staying at the Gutted Hog.
I do think it's funny, and I thought about this after the session last time, that this group of extremely millennials found a woman, a mother of their friends, living her best retirement in her own cabin where no one could bother her, and said, no, this is not the way.
Yeah.
It's not. If she had
No.
legitimately gone there
This?
because she was like, I love this, I don't want to leave.
Living
No,
off the
she
grid?
went there to punish herself. If she was not there in
That's
self-penance,
the most millennial thing you could do.
But also, no, he's right though. That is the most millennial thing you can do, is to go lock yourself away in
Is
the
to
woods.
say everything that's bad that's ever happened is my fault.
Yeah.
No one should perceive
That's
me.
peak
I'm going to
millennial.
retire off grid to the woods and chop my own firewood and grow my own vegetables and slowly
and
turn
adopt
into
a
the witch of
mangy
the wilds.
dog.
And adopt a mangy dog and us.
And also, don't
5
forget,
people
also,
who I think I know well enough that I can say if any of us were given that opportunity. there,
Probably.
in our
yeah, probably.
I don't even
Because
go
there
to
was
work
Wi-Fi.
anymore. I just cook from home and send it to the bar. I haven't been out of my
Also,
apartment in
let's
2
also
years.
ignore the fact that she was also making tea. She was making teas that she
And
sent
we really
out to
said
the city.
this is not how a woman should live.
Yeah.
We told the
You
woman how to live
boomers.
her
It's,
life.
it's very. If the men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church.
Anyway, so upon returning back to Valrio, getting her set up,
We're the bad guys.
We ended our last session with a bit of a surprise as there had been a commotion outside the bar as a number of griffins landed on the streets of Valrio, carrying chief among them Commander Garahel and Captain Amadis Vale of the Ruby Drakes.
Tell me
two
Garahel's
figures-
Griffin's name again.
Crooky Tail.
Yay! I just like hearing you say it.
Yeah. And
You say it so
is
nicely. It's like Cricket
very
Tail.
edgy. She named her Smoke.
Lord.
You invited them.
That's how
trying to
it
give
would be, though. There would be there's Crooky Tail, there's Smoke, there's Spot, there's Feathers,
And
there's
tail,
There's
Shadow.
Fluffy McFluff
Shadow.
face,
Is
and then
and then there's
Dozer!
one named. Yeah, Dozer is great, and then Kevin.
But
Yeah.
it's what I like though is like it's like this is Smoke, my dark griffin, one who skims across the dark skies and blends in with the storm clouds that my enemies can see me. Meanwhile, hi, I'm Crooked Tail. I'm of Golden
I'm the Griffin of the Warden Commander.
a little bit of Grey Warden trivia too. Crooked Tail was not Crooked Tail's original name. Garahel renamed Crooked Tail when he
That nerd.
adopted the Griffin.
Yeah, Crooky Tail's
it used-
adopted.
It
That
used to be
nerd.
named by its prior owner, named it Thunder, and he
Love Garahel.
Crooky Tail is
Great.
adopted.
Mm-hmm.
This is why humans couldn't have like sick pet. Like we couldn't have pet dragons because they would be named like Ishmael, God
Yeah.
of the Sea,
Meanwhile,
and
Garahel
Kevin.
is the type of guy- Meanwhile, Garahel
And
is the type of guy to
Crooky
get a pit
Tail.
bull. He's the type of guy to get a pit bull and name it Muffin.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know why I named the dragon.
You invited
Ishmael, but here we are.
Garahel and Amadis back into the gutted hog as surreptitiously as possible, or covertly as possible. To have a conversation. Garahel, you sort of informed him what was going on, giving him the full details. Spoke for a bit, at which point we ended our conversation with Garahel telling you that he would pass on the information that he was given when he became commander about Corypheus and this powerful darkspawn that you have now heard the name of, in exchange for your promise of secrecy. And that is where we will pick back up. So you're in this back room, privately, doors closed. It's only the four of you, Amadis and Garahel currently, I believe.
did Arlo and Wolf?
Oh, right. Arlo's there too. I forgot about that part. Garahel's first big news was saying that he needed
they're
Arlo
here.
for to reclaim his throne.
Yeah.
And Harlow reluctantly accepted after your prompting or your urging. Yes, I forgot about that part.
You mean Arlo, not Harlow.
No, Arlo.
And Wolf.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
captioner thought you said Harlow. I regret to
Oh.
inform you that Harlow was my character in our in-person D&D
Yeah.
game.
So
With an H.
that is where we are picking up now, with the four of you, Garahel, Amadis, Arlo, and Wolf, in this room.
What if you guys met a
Gar-
person named Corey
Gar-
and they told you? it was
I'm
short
moving
for
along. We're not going off on
Corypheus?
another tangent. I'm moving us along here.
I
Gar-
thought you had
Garahel-
paused. I'm sorry.
No, Garahel looks across the table at all of you and says, "Do I have your word? You'll keep this between us."
Of course.
Who are we going to tell? Everyone I would tell is in this room,
Yeah, pretty much everything we would tell any secret to is right here.
except maybe Lambert, but he forgets things basically as soon as I tell him.
Either way, I need your word, each of you.
This conversation will not leave this room.
Scout's honor.
Right. Looks at Modest, nods. Arlo and Wolf do the
Garas
same.
promised, but he was either muted or his mic didn't pick it up.
Probably didn't. There we go. Did pick up there. Am I coming in good?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Garas makes a promise.
Right. So, the fact that you know this name means that you at least understand what this creature is, to at least some extent.
What it was, certainly. What it is now,
I mean, he's basically the
Eh,
boogeyman.
still wrapping our minds around that.
It's pretty spooky no matter what how you look at it.
When the wardens first discovered this darkspawn, we've been tracking a few after the first blight. The records we have of this encounter and are minimal, but a few journals from the first warden commanders have survived and were passed down to me from my predecessor. Curfius is a very dangerous being. All darkspawn are, of course, the archdemons, chief among them, but these darkspawn are different. They are intelligent, carrying an understanding of their magister lineage, the knowledge of the magics that allowed them to tear the world apart. When the wardens found or learned the location of Corypheus, they tracked him and set a trap. Many died in this ambush, trying to contain this creature. But ultimately, they prevailed. But they were unable to kill him. Magic, blades, nothing worked. So, with no other options, they sought to imprison him. Using the details of it are scarce, but based on the records that I have, there was a sealing ritual that was able to contain and essentially suspend the darkspawn in some sort of perpetual stasis, keeping him chained to a specific location. As far as I'm aware, the prison is still intact, and the darkspawn contained. I sent word as soon as I knew back to Weishaupt to make sure some people kept an eye on it. Most of the wardens don't know what's in there. This prison has been sealed away, the entrance barred so that none might be able to enter without my permission. There was a unique phenomenon that encountered any that tried to communicate or study Corypheus, where any of the wardens that entered the chamber he was sealed in would exit with no memory of what they had done inside, almost as if they were compelled to leave. But as far as I'm aware, the seal, the magical seal that they used, is intact and quite powerful on its own. Many warden mages that have the ones that created it and the ones that studied it since have concluded that it would be impossible to break the seal without a very specific ritual in return.
But to your knowledge, he is still contained.
Yes.
And you're like certain that he is contained and nothing will break the seal down the road?
Eventually, the seal may weaken to a point where Corypheus may be able to break out on his own.
Okay.
But we're hoping that that will be far, far in the future.
Why couldn't you kill him?
As far as I'm aware, I haven't tried personally, but from the records,
You know I didn't mean you personally, Gary.
simply nothing worked. They stabbed him, they attempted to dismember him, they tried burning him alive, but he reformed.
You not have like... Because all three of those things, unfortunately, all of those things, there might have been more than three, all of those things, they've happened to me. And so I was just wondering, like, maybe if there was special Grey Warden magic you could use, or like, I don't know. Because you guys kill archdemons. So this is sounding disrespectful. I didn't mean for it to sound that way. It's just pure curiosity.
As
Back-
far as the
go ahead.
wardens were able to determine, they could not figure out the way. They studied as much as they could safely do. As I said, it was difficult to even attempt such things given this effect, this compulsion, his ability to control
Right,
those that
yeah.
grew close.
I was just saying,
He
because
is the
I
one.
have been poisoned and stabbed and partially dismembered and burned
Venehn, are you trying to like
and shot.
Venehn, are you thinking that maybe you're, that
A
you're this
darkspawn magister, maybe? I don't know.
I wasn't going to say that, but I wasn't trying to, put that out there. But hey, if you want to say that about yourself, go right ahead.
Back to this compulsion. Corypheus, the being himself, seems to be the one in control of it.
Right. So you said they come out, they just, like, they were compelled to leave, but they have no memory of why?
Yes.
Do they recall seeing the creature?
Some, not all of them. Some merely walked to the entrance, turned around, and walked the other way.
That's unsettling.
My one concern.
One? Just one?
Our dear friends, what have they called themselves? Blue Justin.
That's what we call them. That's official. That's officially their name. Actually, Garas, if you can put that down in official Grey Warden logs, that Blue Justin is the name of the group that is concocting a bunch of nonsense right now. So just remember, that's who we're referring to as Blue Justin. Go on, Yasmera, go on.
Just nodding vigorously.
Did we give Garahel? It's been so long. We gave Garahel the download. Have we given
I
the
was-
download
must
of these
have,
folks?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
that's
think
kind of
Garahel
important for
is-
them to know.
Yeah.
Very aware.
It'd be
because
great.
Gerheld,
Sorry, it'd be crazy if we got to this point and he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, do you not remember all that time we spent into Venter going absolutely batshit crazy?
yeah, I mean, Gerheld would know of Reyes and the others by reputation as well. He never worked with any of them directly.
Were they were all Grey Wardens? Is that right?
They were all wardens.
Reyes and his band of his splinter group, I suppose. not to step on your toes and start filling you in on some of our information, but it seems pertinent. In our interactions with the architect, he would not tell us exactly what information that he gave to Reyes and his band. My concern is if this creature is, in fact, the thing controlling whether or not a powerful warden could come and visit it, and in control of whether or not they potentially remember that interaction. Someone like Reyes, if they could get in and convince this creature that they were on its side. Is there any documentation of who has gone in to inspect or research this creature?
None in the last 100 years, at least. As I said, the doors were the entrance to the prison. Griffiths was deemed too dangerous to study. So the warden commander at the time had the entrance to this prison sealed.
To your credit, Yasmera, Reyes is more than proficient in dream magic and is able to directly communicate while in that state. It's entirely possible that he did not even need to physically be in the place with him.
As long as he knew that the creature existed. True.
How do you know he's still in there?
That was going to be my question. Like, do you have maybe a guy watching him all the
'Cause
time that
it's-
writes you letters?
Yeah, because it sounds like to me like nobody's looked in there in like over
Yeah.
100 years.
It doesn't. Yeah, it just sound like hearsay kind of thing.
Because there's only one way to break the seal that is containing him.
And you just know that for a fact.
Corypheus was sealed using the blood of the old god Dumat. Only the blood of an old god can break the seal.
Oh, that's some good security there.
We don't exactly have a lot of old gods lying around.
But like,
Not lying around, but there is one that is currently on our radar, you might say. Well, I wouldn't say radar. Radar doesn't exist. There's one that is currently walking the earth. Archdemons are corrupted old gods, the old dragons that slumber beneath the earth. That was my only concern with all of this. As wardens, Reyes would be aware of this. And his only... If he is set on freeing Corypheus from his prison, I do not know if such a thing would even work, but the only way for him to have a chance would be to claim the lifeblood of Andorol for himself.
so
Sid, going back to when they purposely turned Garas into a Grey Warden, was that arch demon blood, or was that just...
That would have just been... I mean,
so
I guess you
it's-
don't know.
That's
you-
proprietary
Yeah.
information.
you
Okay,
wouldn't
okay,
know,
okay.
But if you express this, then Garahel would say, Andorol is an archdemon, is not a foe that you can sneak up on and claim some of its blood. It would... for them to do this, they would have to. I don't know. I cannot think of how a group of 4 wardens would accomplish such a feat. The Archdemon is surrounded by armies of Darkspawn currently. Tens of thousands
So
protecting it, commanded by it.
you are saying that 4 weirdo former Grey Wardens are going to try to go kill the Archdemon to get its blood to get to Coryphoniferous. It's Corypheus, I know. Is that, am I following the red string?
That's the only way that I could think of. When you brought this to my attention. But
Would they need to kill the archdemon
That is the
or
question.
merely get some of its blood?
Well, I mean, I think the idea is that 4 Grey Wardens are not going to exactly steal some blood from an Archdemon and live to tell the tale.
No,
Ex-
perhaps not, but perhaps the intelligent darkspawn they have under their command. Commander Garahel, have there been any reports of any other intelligent darkspawn recently? Or
No.
perhaps darkspawn fighting each other?
Not around Antiva. The last I heard about it was your report about your encounter with them in the Fade. It was my understanding those were under that command, you might say, of the architect.
That's quite a
Oh,
while
fuck.
ago.
They have been making more.
Oh,
Here.
fuck.
Yes.
What are the mirror things called?
Alluvians.
Both Yaz and Sid are having brainwave.
Alluvians.
Alluvians.
They could take an alluvian. All they would need to do is find an alluvian close enough to what's his fuck, get a little blood, and troop on back.
I mean, it's not like there are like thousands of alluvians laying around.
Yeah, I mean,
but
we've been lucky that we just happened to encounter Alluvian.
well,
They
I
have
don't.
to have.
Now I'm
like-
starting to think maybe we didn't just happen to encounter an alluvian.
No, that's true. But
There
is
was
that
an
meaning to say-
alluvian when we were at not Hosberg. Was it Hosberg when we were in the war effort?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Underground, yeah.
And underground, yeah.
I mean, but these are 4 very capable people. Who's there's to say that they didn't know about the Alluvian somewhere nearby that they had access to?
Even if they. I'm not informed on that subject. That would be like gestures to Carter, as if you're aware of any alluvians still active and present near Osley. That would be our primary concern.
Yaz immediately just starts taking out books. Stringboard, books, stringboard.
We know someone that we could ask, but she does not live here near here.
Well, I would say if that is your concern, that they may use an alluvian to travel to Osley.
I don't think we can rule it
Then-
out.
That's the only way I could think of how they could get there.
Either way, though, even if there happened to be one in the city, we're still talking about hundreds of thousands of darkspawn that are between them and the archdemon, and a creature whose hide is nearly impenetrable on its own. It takes more than a swing of a common sword to pierce it enough to even draw blood.
Reyes is sharp. Their plan would not be simple or based on chance.
They have to have some kind of guaranteed way to pierce that demon's hide.
I can think
Or
of a
just
way.
another way to get the blood.
Perhaps our goals align then.
Yasmera, Reyes used blood magic on you during the tournament.
Oh, fuck.
Crap, if he's just blood mage, then he wouldn't even need to. I mean, could
I mean,
blood magic pierce that archdemon's hide and pull the
I
blood
mean,
from
there are
him?
people in the room who are definitely experts over me, but it seems like I don't know. That would be really hard. Archdemon
Perhaps.
blood.
Is
Oh, boy.
something like that possible? Looks to the magic-y people. I have -1 in magic. I'm just throwing the spaghetti at the wall here, but
It is
Carter is right.
possible. My time with our our time with our mutual friend, it is certainly possible.
Well, regardless, I think Garahel's right that it seems like we align.
Yes,
on our
what I
motives.
was going to say is that we are preparing for our final push against the Darkspawn. The Blight doesn't end until the Archdemon is slain. If we can kill it and destroy it before Reyes and the other disciples, then we can prevent them from accomplishing whatever they're trying. Otherwise, I don't see another option. If they have the blood and they are en route to Weishaupt at this point, there's very little we can do. I think we have to assume that they don't have it yet, because otherwise it's too late.
No pressure, right?
I would feel a little more comfortable at least knowing that there's some sort of guard at.
As I said, I sent word to Weishaupt, though the wardens there don't understand exactly what they're guarding. They are aware to be on the lookout for Reyes and his cohort.
All right.
But like I said,
Garahel.
I am in... Oh, yes.
Don't mind me asking this. I mean, I'm a warden, and I might be a little bit out of place asking this because considering who you are to my station. But how many more secrets do the wardens have like this?
There's a moment of pause. He looks at you, nods, and says, unfortunately, too many.
Like everything they do is secret.
But we keep these secrets for the purpose of protecting Thetis.
All right. And Garas just like kind of leans back, and the cherry guy goes very quiet.
We are preparing for the final push. Armies are gathering. The forces of Orlais are the reason why I'm here, to escort them back to Antiva City. We are gathering everyone there to lay siege to Aslak, where the Darkspawn have been routed to at this point, and where the Archdemon currently resides. I would like you there, if possible.
I mean, I would be there no matter what. It's my duty to help this out and see this through.
And there is hardly a chance in the world where we would let you go alone.
I appreciate it, my friends.
Plus, what's better to go up against 4 weirdo, capable Grey Wardens than 4 thieves?
I would love another chance to embarrass him.
It was so good the first time.
It was.
Did you
Also,
see how hard his face fell? Truly, it was one of my first.
Garhel, it was
Deep
delicious.
It was
emotions.
fantastic.
Really was.
It really
Oh,
was.
he was mad.
He was
He
so
had to give us
mesmerized.
back the cart and just sulk away.
Mhm.
Well, I believe you probably know them better than anyone at this point, so you'll be the best people there to keep them from getting whatever they're after.
That's true. Plus, I have a rematch to happen.
Oh yeah, it's on site.
Oh no, it's on site. As soon as I see him on site, no, it was on site last time, but he was all like, "Oh no, I have to protect Valmont."
Yeah, and I did like just as much fighting as you guys did that first time for sure. Like what's her name? Definitely like tried to stab me. It was really scary and wow, yeah, crazy.
Can I roll empathy
I
on
want to roll
Venehn right
empathy
now?
on this. Yeah,
Real talk, I don't think Garas has to roll.
no, Garas is just looking at me like.
I think
really?
you know the tone of voice.
Yeah, just staring at him from across the table.
As I said, I'll be in Valrio for at least the next few days to draw up battle plans with Lambert and the rest of the whole Legion command here.
Well, you have to come see the estate. He's got a lot of stuff boxed up now. He started to redecorate. It's really nice.
Good.
Will you have any
Does
free
Garel
time
know I know
this evening,
Lambert? Wait.
perhaps?
I think he probably knows.
He's got it by now.
I
He's
think
been working
Lambert
with
is
Lambert.
that type
What, does
of
he
person
talk
that
about
talks
me?
about all. Lambert talks about you all the time.
Does he talk about me? I'm gonna ask him.
Probably. Sita, what were you saying?
Do you have any free time this evening, perhaps?
Free time is a precious commodity for me, but yes.
Excellent. You have some, and you'll be spending it with us this evening. You have been at war for years. I have been through hell and back again.
Yeah, he died.
Well, he did.
I
He
didn't
died.
die.
You died.
You died.
I died. Let's have a party tonight.
Sid made one joke in a funny voice like 3
One
years
time.
ago.
And that has become
One
me,
time,
and that
3
has-
years
and
ago.
that- and that one joke became me, and
You
that
died.
This whole personality for these two.
My legacy on this channel is
Do
we bang
it.
all the time, and they die in that. That's my legacy. That's my legacy on this channel.
Yeah.
Oh, we're banging.
All the time.
All the time.
They die in that.
Yes, I will be here.
Arthur, I thought you were going to ask Garel out on a date for a second.
You know,
Garel?
if it
Amadis is
makes
like,
you,
I'm right here.
if it makes you
Oh,
feel
right.
any,
You guys are together.
if it makes you feel any
I forgot. I'm so
better
sorry.
about spending some free time, sort of looking out into the packed fucking house of the bar right now because everyone's just trying to get a look at Garahel. We could use this as an opportunity to not only relax, have a good time, catch up with everyone, but as a modest business owner, I feel it only appropriate to capitalize on having some celebrities in town, and perhaps we can have those proceeds go toward the war effort.
I leave that to you to arrange, but sure. I'm good at it.
Claps for Reggie. This is
Okay.
100% Wally's idea, by the way. I don't want Yaz to take credit for it. This was Wally's idea.
Stealing it.
I do have it in big bold letters at the top of my notes here.
This is a Wally original.
A Wally original.
Which is funny because you sent that message right after I was pulling together my donation websites. I was like, oh no, you're in my brain or internet history. Maybe both.
So just
Yeah.
go to www.valfund.org.
Yeah, that's Val's only thing.
I mean, just one key away from V. That's all I'm saying.
They're right there.
They're right there.
So, unless there's any other questions or anything right now, we'll
No,
discuss.
we're already getting stuff ready.
Yeah, we're already
for
getting- we're already getting
the-
ready.
I have some business
Anybody
to take
that
care
is
of.
dressed this nicely or nicer is a 2-drink minimum.
Gotta hell, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
rich
you
people,
are-
they gotta pay to get in here.
Yeah, you just because you're the commander doesn't mean you're not going to have to beat the 1 to 2 drink minimum.
I will gladly contribute.
No, get our hell drinks for free
Fine.
today.
All right, my friends.
And if we
I
win.
have.
If we lose the war, you have to pay for drinks.
I will gladly pay for drinks after we win.
That's not what I said, but that's okay. It's not important. Let's go.
Garahel leaves with Amatis, leaving you all to your party planning and or any other discussions.
As
You
soon
wish
as
to
Sorry,
have.
your
Garahel
the
leaves,
captions have been going crazy with Garahel, but yours specifically just said Garrett Howell. Like it was just a
Garrett Howell.
full man's
Garrett
name.
Howell.
Garrett Howell, Warden Command. Sorry,
soon-
Wally.
As soon as Garahel leaves, and everyone else leaves, and it's just them in the room, Garrus walks over the door and closes it behind him and leans back against it and looks at Yasmera. Okay, Yasmera, what's really your plan?
What are you talking about? We want to put together a party for everyone.
Yasmera, you've never wanted to throw a party ever in our time working together. We had to bend your arm to throw a party.
I thought perhaps we can use this time with everyone gathered anyway to make sure that everyone perhaps has certain conversations they've been putting off.
I'll make sure that both of your parents are allowed in the VIP room at all times.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
look to
I
make
just meant
sure-
in general, people can mingle and talk and imbibe and raise money for the war effort.
Yasmera, do you want us to help get your parents back together tonight?
I'm not a child. I'm a grown-ass woman.
Who don't need no man, we know.
Yeah.
Where is Wolf?
Yeah.
Yaz just grabs Reggie and walks out.
Oh, I thought I pull out like a what looks like a scrapbook. It's all decorated and everything. And it's just all of mine and Garrus's plans to get Yasmira's parents back together. And I put it on the table and I'm like, oh man, she
We worked
left.
so hard. We worked so hard.
We
on
worked
that.
really hard on it. Look, your little beading on the front has stayed on really
No.
nicely. Carter, look at this. Look what we
The
made.
glitter paint turned out really well too.
Look what we made. And it's literally like a buff paint, glitter paint.
Yeah.
Pasted pictures scrapbook of all of our ideas for parent trapping Yasmira's parents.
There's one
I
page
just
where
made
it's
this
just these really badly crayon drawn pictures of Garrus and Venn, and it shows Venn with it shows Venn looking really cool and Garrus with huge muscle.
That's me.
doing
That's me
this.
because I'm in green.
I think
That's
Carter
because
was
those are
involved
my-
with a few of them too, but they're all like way over the top, too complicated, like James Bond shit. Like we tie them together upside down and dangle them over a vat of piranhas or something.
One of them is like, I think maybe it started out as a fun Rube Goldberg machine, but then it just sort of like turns. A couple of pages just sort of turn into Venehn and Garrus's new Final Destination pitch. Like, it's okay. That's part's not important. We gotta put that in a different notebook.
We totally lose the plot on putting, like, we just get involved in the
Yeah.
making of the machine and completely forget about the Yaz's parents entirely. It ends up making toast or something.
15 full minutes later, we're like, oh wait.
That's honestly not a bad idea. Like taking the Rube Gold machine and kind of playing off of that.
So we're not parent trapping your parents. We're Final
Well,
Destination.
locking them both in a room, and the only way they can get out is if they escape room themselves and work together. I mean, come on.
I mean, that is probably one of the plans in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have added, since Garrus saw the scrapbook last on a couple of the empty pages that we left in the back, I have added in some Kevin originals,
Yes.
some Kevin McAllister originals
I'm so proud of those.
that he's
Those are so
added to
fun.
the scrapbook. So now he's like officially kind of done his
he's a-
own planning now. So yeah, so
He's
so
he's
proud of
become the fifth friend.
yeah, he's our
And,
new
like
friend.
ahead of
He's
Ty
our-
and
he's our Gunther.
Reggie. Kevin is the fifth one.
I gotta stop
Uh,
making jokes about Friends. I never even watched Friends. I don't even like Friends. I like the
You
Rembrandt song that they used for the beginning.
so you do begin your preparations for the party. Other than party prep, is there anything anybody wants to get up to?
Yeah, I want to talk to Compassion.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Um, it's been a while. How do you accomplish this?
Um, I feel like I could either take a nap, which might be the more direct way. Um, I can
Nap
still
in the
summon
stomach.
him, but I think I'd rather meet him on his plane than this one.
Okay.
So I think Carter will take a little nap before the party.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, you lay down to take a nap, kind of attuning your mind to the fade. As you drift off, I guess I can do less sinister music for all of this. Um, as you drift off, what is the like landscape here? Like, is it the cabin, like the like early on that you were having your dreams of you and Eckert in, or is this like
I
the
think
oath
Carter
of
has a certain I don't want to say mastery over the Fade because that is that's just way outside of the power realm of most mages. But with his unique familiarity of it, I think he's just really comfortable in a changing landscape. So it might it might be it might start off. Let's say it starts off at the Plaza du Rose where they had their date,
Mhm.
but like it might change with every sentence where they're at, and I think he's just gotten a familiarity with that.
Yeah. Yeah, so the as you awake or come to, a waking state within your dream, uh the plaza sort of blurry at first, coming into focus around you, the cascading fountains, the like clear blue Orlesian sky, bits of sound, like almost like the sounds of people on the periphery, like people in shops and stuff, but you don't really see them. It's just sort of that ambiance more than anything. And appearing in front of you, kind of coming around the fountain, kind of like a mirage from the water, materializing, uh, you see the spirit of compassion that you've also known as Eckert, um, in not in armor or anything, just in like sort of casual Orlesian clothes, but with a sort of still kind of a train. Now that you're aware that this is a spirit, like has more of that like ethereal kind of presence, isn't like putting in as much work to fully appear as Eckert, but still has a familiarity with this form. Um, and approaches you with a smile, looking a little sad, but says, Carter.
Carter plucks a rose from the nearby trellis and hands it out to him and says, "Hello, lover. It has been some time."
Takes it, kind of holding it up to his face for a moment, and says, I'm glad you're okay. I was worried.
You knew?
I knew I couldn't do anything to help.
It's
I knew
okay.
you were here, but
I know you would have.
I also knew that you had friends that would be there to get you out of that.
Yeah. They certainly did.
So
Sit down. Let's have a tea. And I'll just sort of summon two full teacups off the top of the table.
yeah, suddenly kind of material, like almost like you're shifting through space. For a second you're still at the plaza, but now you're underneath an awning at a little shop, one of the tea shops here, a table in front of you now set with a full array as Eckert takes his chair and you take yours. Sips at the tea. So, what's going on?
We have spent many years risking our lives. And I fear that that time has not ended. And as he says that, the area around just sort of falls and drifts away, and they return to the sort of muddy battlefield. The dream that Carter had years ago of Garahel being stabbed with a dagger and the darkspawn invading and everything. So it's this gray, washed out, muddy battlefield, but they're still sitting at that little table, that like cafe table in the middle. We have been asked to assist with the slaying of the archdemon, and perhaps even more than that, we have to stop Reyes. We have to stop the disciples. And, well, there's never certainty in life, Eckert. But I do think our chances of coming back from this are perhaps more muddled than they have been. And all that to say, after I let you go, I didn't talk to you much, and then after the events of the Chantry, I didn't get to say goodbye to you the first time. I wanted to make sure I did it right. And I don't mean to say that this is goodbye. And he puts a hand on Eckert's, and the ground shifts now to the Colosseum at Minrathous, locked in a almost slow-mo moment of the Plaza du Rose, the spectral Plaza du Rose move that Carter pulled. So there's like a spectral Carter and Eckert dancing kind of slowly around them. You are something truly incredible. And I want to know that if I die, that you'll be okay.
Is this something that you have to do? I mean, there are lots of people out there fighting this fight. Why do you have to risk your life again? Haven't you done enough?
If the odds are not in our favor, then who better than one who has denied both a tranquility and a possession? I think I do. And I know that my friends agree. We have to do this. You didn't answer my question.
Nods and sits there for a long moment, kind of like watching the shapes like shifting around in a circle. Says, I knew this wasn't going to last forever. And I know that even if you make it back from this battle, that eventually your time will come too.
And no matter when or how, when I pass, and the background changes to the alienage of Valerio. There will always be people who need more compassion.
You're right. I've learned a lot spending time with you.
Me too.
Being able to accept change, hardship, and knowing my place to be there to help. And even if I can't help you anymore, I've done everything I can. I'll find other people.
You have helped me so much, Eckert. You've done more than anyone ever deserved, and that's your nature, isn't it? And besides, if I don't die here, I could live for another 40 years. I don't know what that means to you, but it'd be a long time for me.
Well, I will hope for another 40, but I will appreciate the ones that we had.
Do you want to go to a party tonight?
Smiles, says, I mean, absolutely. What's the dress code?
It doesn't matter. You'll look glorious no matter what.
Well, I would be happy to be there.
I'll summon you when the time is right. Puts a hand on his cheek. And I think they come back to Carter's quarters at the Mage's Circle, sitting next to each other on Carter's bed. And he'll kiss Eckert on the cheek and say, I'll always love you. And then kind of pull him over to the side.
He smiles as you kiss him and squeezes your hand as the two of you tumble away. And I imagine, Carter, you wake from your dream very well rested and
It depends. Do you get tired in dreams?
yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, would that be a rest? I mean, I guess it depends. You wake up from your dream very happy. How about we say that?
That tracks.
Put this in the chat, but I want to say it out loud. A spirit of compassion is literally the perfect party guest.
Yeah.
Right?
Because my first thought
It really is.
was
Anyone
like
who's
the
drunk
last
throwing
like
up in the bathroom.
yeah, I was gonna say any of the last like parties or like things like at bars that I've gone to, like we all know the drunk girls in the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, those of us who have been in women's bathrooms. But you guys all know the stereotype of the drunk girl in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
even the nice drunk girl in the bathroom doesn't have to be the compassion.
Yeah.
She can have her own issues also.
Fantastic.
Eckert's the ultimate.
Yeah.
And there's a spirit of compassion
sober
right
friend in the
there
bathroom.
whose whole existence is built on that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I also just love the imagery of us having a party that has like thieves and gray wardens, and we're all and it's like me, a modest veil, and my spirit boyfriend are talking next
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
beer pong table. Yeah,
Fucking
I'm
love
not
it.
kidding. We're going to do that scene.
Yes.
Okay.
You're fired if you don't.
Yeah,
Or
really.
Any other? Anything
Sorry,
else?
I'm just
for
thinking
you
about
before
like
we-
two drunk girls crying at each other in the bathroom about like the horrible men we're with, and then just like Eckert is there, like he's like the ultimate white knight.
Anything
I
else before we
know,
take
I
our
know,
break?
but you know what? It'll be better tomorrow.
You're gonna
yeah,
you're gonna have to break up with him. I mean, you're gonna have to break. That's
Dump
where this
him.
is
But you
going,
Dump
you
honey.
him
know
is
you
what you need to
deserve
do.
better. You're
Dump
gonna
him.
get up tomorrow
Just
morning.
dump
You're gonna
him.
be a stronger, happier woman.
Listen,
Listen, lady, let me tell you something. I just met you in this bathroom, and my
and this is
boyfriend, he
crazy.
summoned me just for this party, but really, you need to dump him. Like right now. I have no right to get in all of your business, but you need to dump him.
You can't,
Listen,
but he
I
can't. He
am the
can't.
spirit of compassion, but I'm telling you, drop his ass.
All right.
Listen, if you
We're gonna
cannot be compassionate to yourself, how the hell are you gonna be compassionate towards anybody else? I am just saying.
we're gonna go ahead and take our break now. I've
Aw.
decided.
Oh, I have a scene. I have a scene. Listen.
Yeah, if you have a scene that you
Yeah,
want
I
to
do.
do.
So I like to think that this isn't the first time Lucy and Garrus has done this. I think it's every single time either one of them go out on missions. Either Garrus has always gone back to the barracks and spends like one day with her, but I think it was this time it was very different because she came here to the city this time around, and I think it's already post after they hooked up and everything. They had their reunion, and I think it's like in their in Garrus's quarters after, like it's like after everything, and he's just like kind of laying there and he's being oddly silent afterwards, and he's just kind of like looking up at the ceiling, bottle of wine in his hand, just kind of like in deep contemplation.
Mhm. Uh, yeah, Lucia. I imagine. So I actually did have a thing with Lucia arrived like around like that same day
Mm.
with a bunch of with the wardens from oh shoot, what's the name of the town? Cumberland.
Yeah.
Uh, to kind of connect with the wardens that were there from coming from the from Antiva City. She's there with Asaya, who also arrives with her in this contingent of wardens. So yeah, the two of you immediately, like, she just grabs you and pulls you off, and
Yeah, it was like without missing a beat.
yeah, it's just like so the two of you are laying there in silence, and as you're very being uncharacteristically quiet, Lucia just kind of turns over and faces you and says, "Are you going to make me ask? Do I have to ask? Or are you going to start talking soon?"
Lucia, why do we do what we do as wardens? Well, no. Why do you do what you do as a warden?
There's a really mean answer I can give here that has something to do with you making me get fired from my last job.
Well, that's of course that's the easy answer, but I mean,
Yeah. But since reluctantly accepting this life, it feels like the one place where everyone there has a purpose and is there purely to serve. And the Templars have their own political aspirations, and as do everyone in the city. But being with them, seeing people that used to be nobility and criminals and farmers and fishermen, all on equal footing, trying to protect everyone they can, regardless of nation. It just feels right.
why do you think someone who took the oath like we did and go out there every single day we do and protect people would just want to turn their back on it and just say fuck you to it and just just go against everything that they believe in just because they feel that they're right in their own way, in their own justice, in their own actions, even though it goes against everything that we stand for, because they think it's the right thing to do.
You're expecting me to have an answer that I don't have. People make their choices. I can't tell you why some people do terrible things knowing they're terrible. Some people do good things without even knowing that they're good. You're one of those people for whatever reason.
Thank you.
I mean, think about it this way. You were a thief, a trained killer, and now you're trying to save the world. Why are you doing that?
Because if I don't, who will?
And to anyone else, that would look very strange. I'm sure that they have their own justification for what they're doing. Doesn't matter, though. We're still going to try to stop them.
He rolls over and looks at her. My gut's telling me that I know that we go out every single time and put our lives on the line. And, this is how we say goodbye to each other. But this time, it feels a little different. So whatever happens, I want you to make this one promise to me. Never forget about me. And never let anyone else forget about me.
Because she reaches up. Oh, good.
Because the only way a person really is dead is when they're forgotten.
She reaches up and puts a hand on the side of your face and says, "No one's going to forget about you, Garas. And you're not going to give them the chance to."
Never. I mean, I'm going to probably die and come back as the spirit of annoyance just for you.
She starts, like, you can see her beginning, the wheels turning about saying something just really mean and sarcastic. Instead, she leans in, gives you a kiss, and says, "But you're right, this time will be different. Because you're not leaving me behind this time. We're going into this together."
Oh, so I finally get to fight side by side with you.
It seems so, for better or for worse.
Well, I hope you don't step on my toes, all right?
Just try to keep up.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, by the way, we're having a party, so you're definitely coming, right?
I don't know. I have a lot of
Garahell's gonna be
work
there.
to do. Gabriel's going to be there?
Garahell's gonna be there, yeah.
Unfortunately, he's dating a modest now, from what I've heard, so I can't really trade up.
Wait.
She laughs, probably for the first time you've heard her laugh in a while. She says, "Of course, I'll be there."
Gives her a kiss on the forehead. And then he heads up because he has to go prepare for the party, so he goes out before her.
She might have a chance. I refuse to believe that any Grey Warden is not polyamorous.
No, it's true.
They don't fucking you don't have time for monogamy, okay? You're gonna live for what, 10 more years at best?
Max.
At most. You want to live the most of your life.
Come on. There's no way they give a shit.
And literally, like, you could have one monogamous relationship and they're dead tomorrow. So, like, you gotta at least keep a roster going.
Yeah.
Man, Ziggy wasted a lot of fucking time.
I'm saying. And I'm thinking about even like there's in Veilguard, there's a Grey Warden couple that's married, and I'm thinking about both of those characters, and I'm like, no, they're not monogamous. Evka and Antoine are not monogamous. First of all, have you seen him?
He's so cute.
He's such a little French twink. Like, so come on, dude.
He looks like he goes Zutalo.
Zutalo.
Okay. Well, I think it's about time for our break. So we can come back and we can do other scenes, or we can jump into the party and do whatever scenes y'all want to there with your NPC companions. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back in a few minutes to continue our session, and in the meantime, do break stuff, stretch, get a snack, take your meds, whatever you need to do, and we'll see you back here very soon. Until then, stay tuned. Welcome back, internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while we took our break. We are gonna just jump back in. Y'all are preparing a throwdown at the Gutted Hog for all of your favorite NPCs.
Drinks table there, refreshments there. None of the people from the school, from the Anchorage, pay. Period. Make all of the rich ass motherfuckers that walk through the door, make them pay double to take care of everyone else. Donations can go there. We have the silent auction set up over there. I think that's about it.
Venehn's just been helping Yaz by running around shouting, "Rich people have a 2-drink minimum."
Garas has been pretty much spending the entire time tuning with Arlo. Like, Arlo, I understand this is a last minute performance. I get it, that you're feeling extra confident today, but motherfucker, stop trying to push the song about that you've been working on for months. It is not good.
I'm just saying, this is a private event. Why would this not be a good time for me to try out some new? It might be the last time to try out new material. I don't think that I would gonna get the opportunity to perform very much once I become.
I'll give you this chance.
King.
I'm gonna give you this chance to perform the song. One chance. Don't screw this up, okay?
Just walks by. He's a fucking king now. Just remember that.
Kings, it doesn't matter. He's a king with like good talent, but he knows he always messes up this one song.
I didn't vote for him.
That's sort of the point.
That's not how monarchy works.
Something, women in pawns handing out swords. We all know where this joke is going. Straight back to Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, so Garas and Arlo doing their sound check and
Garas is doing the
constant list.
Doing the harmonies like me, line with me, me.
I'm not going to try to do it. I'm not doing. Not only with that
harmonize, Val,
Discord,
right now
for everyone, considering how tone deaf I am. So
Val is not tone deaf. I want to be very clear. Val is not tone deaf. Val can carry a tune. This is not a bit.
Garas is about to be exiled from a country that he doesn't live in.
Real quick.
So close.
Oh, this isn't the first time.
No. Val, you are not tone deaf. You could definitely carry a tune. It's just that you sing best when you're very specifically doing a Johnny Cash impression.
Yeah.
We all have our niches.
You can't tell me you're not singing Ring of Fire pitch perfect, though. You're not tone deaf.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Where was I? Oh, yes.
Everyone in the chat, that's so nice to give Val compliments. Me, no, I'm just fucking sick of them saying this.
But it's my one excuse to get out of ever having to sing.
Tone deaf Val can't hear you. Tone deaf Val.
So, is there anything else that anybody wants to do prior to the party, or should we just jump in?
Wolf's still there, right? With Arlo?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm good.
Okay. I need to find
Yeah.
a song real quick.
It's Fiddles McGinty, babe.
God damn it! Stop.
Fiddles McGinty.
You can't.
It's Fiddles McGinty,
It's
babe.
gotta be Fiddles McGinty!
Babe, wake up. New party song just dropped. Wait, I don't...
How about
wait, there's-
Barbaros for Baba, which is easily my new favorite song, and I realize I'm a little behind. But
Have we reached a point where not everyone on the call has actually, like, experienced Fiddles McGinty?
I don't know if Sita
I
has.
don't think Cedar has experience
no.
with
Can we just break off Fiddles McGinty real quick?
No, I'm dropping it right now. There we go.
It's playing on Spotify.
all right, I got to link up. Give me a second.
It's the most pleasant song, I think, that exists.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Old Kevin
the sun
MacLeod.
sets over Val Rio, the sparkling off of the fountains that dot the city as the lanterns begin to illuminate, and the nightlife of this one of the largest cities in Thedas comes full swing. The gutted hog right off of the Sun Plaza, the heart of Valrio's nightlife, is a thrum with energy as the band plays. Do you all have a musical act that doesn't just mean Garas and Arlo have to be on stage all night?
No,
Or-
there is musical acts. Yes.
We have-
Yeah,
Okay.
there are
Yes.
definitely bards.
Yes.
Definitely
We got
bards.
bars
Oh,
from
we
all over.
we're patrons of the arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
So you have plenty of you have music thrumming from the main entrance of the tavern as yes.
Sorry, I think if we survive the war every year after this, we should put on a battle of the bands
Okay.
at the bar. Anyway, put a pin in that for later, for the epilogue.
The you sent out last minute invitations to everyone you know in the city. Give me a rundown of who you want there. Other than I know the staples, so I know like Garahel, Isaiah, Lucia, Tybalt, Arlo, Wolf. I know not Talus anymore. Crap.
Fadira.
Vera, Akant.
Rorik
can I
had
just-
better be there.
Yeah, the blacksmith.
I don't even have a scene.
Dwarven
He's
blacksmith.
There, I'm
Got it.
walking.
Rorik is there.
Real quick, I just
Kevin
want to be,
McAllister's at the kids' table.
Yes.
of course, which
No,
we
fuck
do
that.
have.
He's in the VIP room with me.
You got
I-
bottle service.
very clear. Don't get it twisted. Reggie is not working.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, Reggie is in
Reggie is
attendance.
not working. Reggie is
No matter
partying
how much he
to his
tries
fucking heart's
to
content.
work.
He is not working today.
Got it. Reggie's like
I
standing in
have
the corner,
gone
he's like,
around to all of the staff, everyone who
catch-
works for us, and I tell them, if you see Reggie working, if you don't feel comfortable saying something to him personally, which I know none of you do because he's very scary, you come to one of us and we'll beat his ass.
No, this is exactly what happens as the party's getting going, and like the first like people are arriving, getting drinks. Somebody like spills a little bit of drink at a table. Reggie immediately like grabs, like without thinking, grabs a towel from behind the counter, goes over to start cleaning it, and just out of the shadows, Wolf materializes, just like grabs Reggie's hand, looks at him, looks back at the table,
Yeah.
takes the towel.
Wolf is
sorry.
on Reggie duty.
I'm sorry, but I just pictured Wolf pulling a Chosen. It's like just appearing behind Reggie's going, oh, I see, impressive. So you're trying to work today.
You must be the
No,
new
it's
guy.
not. That is not happening right now.
Well, your
Who
chosen's
else, who else,
really
who else?
good.
Uh,
For real.
Good enough.
It's really good.
Do you know?
I have.
So,
Don't you know that's the rank of a team?
Would y'all have-
dedication to your work is impressive.
You haven't seen him in a bit because I think he's still alive. I didn't kill him, right? No, y'all saved him. Duke Fontaine.
No, yeah.
Oh fuck,
Yeah.
Duke Fontaine! Oh my god,
He was the
life
one
of
I was.
the party.
He was the one I was gonna ask you about because it's
My
not a
boy.
party until Duke Fontaine walks
Oh, no, yeah.
into Kesha.
Garrus invited him personally.
Duke Fontaine
and
is his
everything.
universe's Kesha.
Yeah, he comes running in. He comes like barging in with his entourage of a few other like nobles
Yay!
and
He
stuff.
brings hot
And
people.
immediately looks across and says, "Duke Venehn," as he looks at Garas.
I
Oh no! I'm wearing. This is a fun party. I'm wearing a fun mask.
Garrus looks
It's
up.
a wolf mask.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's wearing nice clothes today, and he looks over at Duke. He's like, "My boy, how are you doing today? Come in. And he
It
heads
is
on over.
excellent to see you again, and not in the.
Gives him a great big hug. How was your travels here? I hope it
It
wasn't
was
too-
good. It was good. It
I
was
know
a
last
long,
minute.
long journey from the upper part of the city to the lower part of the city. But honestly, I'm glad that I made it here. All right.
Walking
you
while
know.
drunk is hard.
Well, I know. Well, let me tell you this: you're not going to be disappointed tonight. We have a lot of the hobnob up and coming through here. And he gives like the Duke a pat on the shoulder, and he's trying to pickpocket him.
Go ahead and make a. I forget if it's ledger domain or if there's specifically a pickpocket.
Leisure demand. Yep.
It's Ledger Domain. I just feel like this is the one person in the city who, if he found out he was being pickpocketed, would be like, "Oh, it's all part of the fun."
Well, I got a
I have
15.
money at home.
You got a what?
I got a 15.
15. Okay. He doesn't carry any money on him. He's not a peasant. But he does have a flask. That is very ornate. Like
Garrus.
silver with some gilding and stuff on it. That's in his pocket.
When Garrus does that, because he knows his dad is probably watching him. And when he picks the guy's pocket and like he's like the guy's like just going off talking, he looks towards his dad, goes and puts it right back into Fontaine's pocket and goes back to talking to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was about to say your dad is definitely here too. Your dad has to be. All
Oh, guest
parents,
of honor.
all applicable parents are here.
All parents.
Actually, I almost want to retcon this and say that you pull the flask out and tucked behind the flask is a little note with your dad's signature on it.
I got here first.
Been there, done that.
He's like, "Mm,
His
well,
eyes
Duke,
you
you
from
know,
across the bar.
well, Mr. Fontaine just looks at Mr. Fontaine, why don't you go off, have some fun? You know who's here. Garahel is
He's
here.
a
I'm
duke. You can't call him Mister.
He calls him that anyway. He's my friend. I can call him that if I want to. Now, Fontaine, does
Dukes can call each other
As a
whatever.
fellow dude.
You know what?
Duke? Yeah,
Then
come
it's
on.
also a duke.
Why don't you go
Of course,
talk
of
to
course.
Garahel? You know, he would love to talk to you. Go.
Well, I will seek him out immediately. It's been some time since we talked, but first, a round of drinks for everyone. As he,
It's been sometimes since we talked. There's no way he's ever talked to Garel.
they were at the party together
they
where y'all
were.
first met.
I think that Duke Fontaine might be posturing a little bit. Personally.
Oh, he's having they had one conversation at that
Yeah.
party.
Yeah,
and he
and
was
now that's
like,
his
Garel
best
does
And
not
that
friend,
was
Lord
remember.
Commander
6
Garel.
years ago at this
Yeah.
point
And that's
in
his best
game.
friend.
Yeah.
He remembered it. He just saw it. He just really remembered that was a really important conversation to him.
We just rewatched it, so all I can think of is the counselor in Saltburn. This is such a specific reference where he's like, "Oh yeah, your mom, who's like super rich and famous now." Like, yeah, we went to school together. Well, we didn't really. We just kind of like, I was like an admirer from afar. You know what? Don't mention
yeah.
me to her.
So you I'm thinking about anyone else who might be showing up. I think that's most everyone I can think of.
I weirdly would have liked to invite some people from Deventer, but I don't think there's any way they could have made it in time.
That would have been a very
How good a mage
We find an alluvian and we just use it to get our friends to a party.
yeah. Teleportation does not exist in the
That's
Dragon
not
Age
beneath
universe.
us, though. I mean, that's something we would do.
As someone who has played the Dragon Age games multiple times, using the Alluvians just to get your friend to a party is peak Dragon Age behavior.
Yeah.
Do we invite the dwarves from the Carta?
Oh,
Carta
yeah.
dwarves.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
Carta
Carta
dwarves.
The Carta's all over this party.
Yeah. Oh fuck. What was his name again? Dakin Galno. Yeah.
Dakin.
Dakin.
Yeah. Dakin is definitely there.
Dakin, more like talking it up at this party.
Yeah. As,
Hey.
you know, he comes in. I think. God, who would he want?
I have the key of Warzmar.
You do.
Sure do,
and so he
babe.
says. It says, "Well, I'm glad we were able to make it. It's good to see you, lads. Drinks on the house, I would assume."
Funds are going to the war effort.
Right. Everything's going to the war effort. Okay. Reaches in, pulls out some money, throws it in the jar.
Feel free.
Thank you. Heads over with his other the other dwarves, and they begin drinking. He says, "Oh, and that friend of yours, the Ziggy, right? Is he going to be here? I think he owes me some money."
Record scratch.
Now, we
Everyone looks at Garas.
Garas looks when that happens. Garas stands on the table. A toast, everyone. Everyone raise a glass.
I'm going to turn off Fiddles McGinty for this part.
No, Ziggy would think it was hilarious.
Yeah, it would.
If we were playing
Okay.
this during his eulogy, come on.
Everyone kind of
Tell me
looks
Ziggy
like-
wouldn't love that shit.
Everyone kind of gets a bit quiet and looks up and takes a glass, like not sure what's going on right now, but follows your instructions.
Not too long ago, we lost a dear friend, Sigmund Ankard. We called him Ziggy. Every Grey Warden has that moment in their life when they're uncertain if their next day they get out of bed is their last one. There's a thing we also come to eventually, and Ziggy's time to go down that road happened. He left us these items over here, and he points to the hammer and the shield.
Displayed
As a remembrance.
prominently on the wall.
As a remembrance to him. So everyone raise a glass. To Ziggy.
To Ziggy.
To Ziggy.
There's actually quite a bit of number of wardens here. The ones that came in with Garahel, and also the ones that are here from Cumberland. They all give a hearty to Ziggy, as Garahel adds at the end, says, "In death, sacrifice," and has and drinks as
And
well.
I jump up on the table behind Garas and I say, and if you are not drinking and eating and fucking someone beautiful to your heart's content tonight, you'll disappoint him.
Get fucked in Ziggy's memory. That's a fucking order.
An order!
Yeah, so this is my ghost boyfriend. Sort of. It's really kind of a long story. Really,
This
Okay,
is,
I need to,
honestly,
separate
this
spirits.
is a safe space, okay?
I need to know. So you are summoning, like,
Yes,
I'm going to leave this up to you. How corporeal is Eckert?
The easy answer is fully corporeal, and the one that has the least amount of trouble associated with it, not nearly as funny. I do think, though, that we have to stay to the back rooms. We gotta, like, stay inside, like, the VIP and the VIP area.
No, just tell
Just to
people
not
he doesn't
scare
drink.
the fuck out of all these nobles.
I
But
just keep on thinking back to this one joke from The Simpsons where it was Lisa's wedding in the future and Smithers brings Mr. Burns fresh out of cryogenics. I just picture that the same as the way, like, Carter's like, I don't know, Sita. Things are maybe kind of awkward.
You have him in one of the back rooms, like, because you have this.
I'm
like, long
imagining-
hallway.
because we gotta have this scene anyway, I'm imagining we're in, like, the VIP lounge,
Uh-huh.
and it's me, Eckert, Amatis Vale, and Reggie sitting around smoking, like, hookah or whatever, and, like, Reggie is just blasted already. Like, I've made a point to make sure that Reggie is too fucking high to sit up to do, like, anything productive. He's got, like, a drink with a little tropical drink with an umbrella sticking out of it.
is
Reggie
there.
leans in
With
one
Mr.
thing for-
Tinkletoes just over his shoulders.
Mhm.
Reggie, like as he's like stroking like the top of Mr. Tingletoe's head, like looking like got like 1,000-yard stare, and he kind of looks over to you, Carter, and then he looks beside you, eyebrow raises, then looks, and he's been here the whole time. He's seen Eckerd, and like you've already had this conversation, but he just like leans into you and says, "Carter,
Yes.
don't look now. There's a ghost behind you."
Can we get a couple sandwiches in here?
Bitch, you
Maybe a glass of
high.
water.
Bitch, you so high.
So maybe Carter's not the best drug Sherpa.
Reggie's suited.
I was so Val, I was so ready for you to just have Reggie turn and look at Carter and be like, I didn't know you were gay. Not that I think Reggie would give a shit.
No, but I think
like he's
No,
fully
but he's so
seeing-
stoned that he just heard himself say that, and then he's got to walk it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's
That's-
like totally fine if you are. I mean,
No, like that's no judgment.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's-
wonderful.
it's-
I
Like
don't
that-
know if we've had like this deep of a conversation about your personal life, and I just
Does it
you
feel
know
hot in here to anybody else? Because suddenly I'm really warm.
I'm just imagining Reggie sitting in a room with you and your ghost boyfriend, and the thing that he's focused on is not like
the ghost,
he's a
but-
ghost. It's like, oh, there's something about you that I didn't know.
Yeah.
We can say that conversation's canon and it happened at the beginning. Of
Thank
the-
you.
love it, love it.
Oh, wait, say I didn't know you were gay in Reggie's voice, please.
He's a little drunk right now.
I'll be so nice for the rest of the session.
No, you won't.
I didn't know you were gay.
Puts a hand on his cheek, starts to lean in, and then pushes Reggie over.
Wow, that was so perfect.
He fully falls. He's got no equilibrium. You're welcome.
Also,
That's going to be my audition for Juilliard. I don't know.
To play Reggie in
Yeah.
the TV
Yeah.
series. Yeah.
in the TV series, Reggie. It's like Matlock, but
It's not
Reggie.
it's not our TV show. Reggie gets his own.
No,
yeah,
Reggie
Reggie
gets
gets a
his
spinoff. Yeah.
Yeah, he's played by Ted Danson.
Ugh.
Played by Ted Danson.
Y'all
Am
got
I-
a pilot
am I
and didn't
old?
get picked
'Cause
up, but Reggie got his own show.
Yeah, Reggie got his own.
I feel so old that I was like, oh yeah, a TV show where the main character is one name, and I was like, Matlock. Does anyone under the age of... Well, I'm under the age of 40.
There is
Does
a
anyone
new-
under the age of 40 in
There's
the
a
audience
new
know who
Matlock
is?
with Kathy
There's a new-
Bates, so potentially.
So
They
you're fine.
honestly, they've been showing a lot of commercials for that show on the TVs in my gym, so I'm thinking maybe that was why I thought of
That's
Matlock.
probably what it
actually.
was. Because you know where my brain went? My brain went Columbo. That's where I was
Oh,
He's
yeah.
so Peter Falk.
I love you, Peter Falk.
Just one more thing.
One
So,
more thing, just one more thing.
And
any scenes that anyone wants to do during when a party is in full swing,
Just one more scene.
everyone is here, liquor is flowing.
I don't think anything needs to be said, but there may need to be some roles involved.
all right,
to-
Sarah J. Moss, come on, let's hear about you making out with Wolf.
No. I'm not getting to that yet. I'm going to start with the Parent Trap. Yas has no intention of speaking to her parents about this because they would smell it a mile away. But may need to enlist the rest of yours help to somehow get one of them to go into the room that immediately locks when the door is closed. We've set up an elaborate escape room type scenario for them to be able to unlock the door. But the final clue is nothing. It's gibberish in cryptography, and it's just they're not getting out until we release them.
Can I add a detail?
Yes, please.
Well, starting with a question. Which one of them is better with children? It's probably your dad, right?
it's probably that. Yeah.
All right, Kevin is here, and we should enlist him in the effort.
Yeah, we're using
Okay,
Beautiful.
okay, yeah.
Beautiful,
100%.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But yes, set up elaborate
this-
escape room
this-
situation.
Here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to make a roll with cryptography.
Okay.
For how difficult this escape room is.
Great.
And how legitimately they
Okay.
take it.
Okay.
Me and Wally were both like, cryptography. Okay, Okay, I see the vision.
Yeah.
I mean, you do need to straight up just map out escape rooms, so
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
you're not wrong.
I mean, it's the only skill I can really think of for like puzzles in the system.
14 plus 9. 14 plus 9 is 23.
Mhm.
And I got a 6, 4, 4, so I do have 4 stun points, if that is
Okay.
something that we
So
need to do.
you've set up this elaborate plan, and you have enlisted Kevin to essentially
Yeah.
bamboozle them to going back into that room.
I've
Yes.
given Kevin a pep talk before this that is just
Yeah.
like, listen, this is your moment, right? Like, Yasmera, she's going to need your help.
Yeah.
She's. Sorry, I'm talking to Kevin now. Hold on. Kevin appeared in Val's screen. Listen, this is your moment. Okay?
Mhm.
And when I say your moment, I mean the big league moment. If you can get Yasmera on your side, you have the run of the city. Kevin, this is not a drill.
Yeah.
This
So
is
what
your-
level of performance are you looking for here? Because that's going to equate to my rate. Because if you want like, oh no, I dropped something, he'll get it from me. Like that's going to be like 3 silver.
No, I need you in character.
But if you want the full works, I mean it, the full works,
Mhm.
5 gold.
And this is going to be like an Oscar performance. I'm expecting a costume. I am expecting tears. I'm expecting some makeup work. I'm expecting some. This is going to be. I mean, this is going to be like the ultimate improv, right? Because it's crazy. It's improv, but it can't be too funny, and that's hard.
Yeah, no, I got you. This isn't my first rodeo. I just need to see the cash.
Yes, has it easily. Also, before we go into war, just saying, we have fucking money to spend, okay? Just as a reminder, Yaz and her personal funds has 31,000 silver pieces.
We're getting drunk and going shopping. That's
The group funds are upwards of 57,000 silver pieces.
We
So,
need to spend this money.
but yes, Yaz will take that. Yaz will give him 10 gold out of her funds.
You kind of do a drive-by, hand it off. Thank you. Tucks it away.
with
Says,
that much. You're bringing your own costumes and makeup, though.
10 minutes. As he like darts off.
Just lean over to Garas. That's our boy.
You did tell him not to use any of the circus animals, right?
Yeah. yeah. There's
About
gonna be a tiger in here in 5 minutes.
10 minutes later, there is you hear a banging sound from down the hall. A couple people like turn look. I think you're Akant and Fadira. Did I say that right? Is that right? Yeah. Akant and Fadira like kind of nearest. So it's like he waited until they kind of pivoted around the room, and like they're both kind of in proximity to each other and nearby. They're clamping of little feet down the hall, and you see Kevin coming from around the corner, breathing heavily, has a little bit of like blood trickling down from his forehead, is wearing like a Boy Scout uniform with like little patches across the chest, and
That's our son.
is hair is like combed back neatly, but like a little bit messy from like whatever just happened. And he's breathing heavily. He looks up and goes immediately up to your dad, Yasmera, and like pulls down his sleeve and says, sir, can you help me? Please tell me you can help me. And Khan looks at us and says, oh, calm down. What's going on? Is everything okay? He says, yeah, my sister and I were back there. We were playing. There was this really shiny thing up on a shelf, and she was climbing up to get it for me. And it just fell out on top of her. And she's pinned back there, and you're really strong, and you look really strong too. Can the two of you come and help and pick it up, because this really looks heavy, and I don't think they're gonna be able. And she's having trouble breathing. And Amelia Kant says, It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. What's your name, son? Says, it's Kevin, sir. Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. All right, you stay here.
I gotta use this.
But here,
That's bold.
help me with this. And she sighs, puts down her drink, eyes Kevin for a moment. Kevin like stands there, like breathing heavily, looking shaking, like looking up at her. There's like a moment of like you can see the two of them try, like her trying to read him trying to outact her. Finally,
He's got this.
she gives a nod and says, "All right, let's go help the little girl." And she starts pushing him down the hall. He says, "Oh, thank you so much." And as they get outside, he looks back at you and just goes, as the two of them have just right down there on the right, please hurry. And as you hear them like go around the corner, you hear a confirmation says, "All right, what are we supposed to be this room didn't look like." Then slam, the door closes, and you hear some muffled some pounding at the door before Kevin comes back, wipes the fake blood off his forehead, pulls out the Boy Scout shirt to his normal like shirt underneath, and kind of throws it off the side, like full quick change. He throws the uniform off to the side, puts on some sunglasses, flicks a gold coin in the air, and just like walks out the door.
We walked so they could run.
I am never in my life been so proud of anyone. You think that you would live long enough to see someone that you forged and taught your skills to, and they took it and they mastered it into something amazing.
The child's a liability. He's not allowed in here unaccompanied anymore.
No,
I'm so
he's
proud.
If you do not
he's a
take him
friend.
under your wing,
He's
he's
a
going to
friend.
come for you.
a capital F
Everything
friend
outside.
of Red Jetty.
Pulls out a pack of cigarettes,
Kevin.
just like bites into one.
Okay,
Okay.
you listened.
You're all right, kid.
Oh, he's a friend of Red Jetty.
I'm so proud of him.
He will surpass us one
Kevin's
day.
gonna run this place,
And
for
that's
30 years.
all any parent should want for their child.
No, that's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. That's
So
the
they
end of
should
the day.
surpass you.
Mhm.
They should be better. They should be stronger. They should have a better life. They should have more money. And the way this kid is going, he's going to be the emperor of Thetis in the next 2 years.
So your parents are trapped back in a room together.
Yay!
And you just hear some, like, the banging on the door goes on for a long time.
Yeah.
As you can hear your mother shouting from the
I
other side.
figured it would be
It's-
mom really fighting it the most.
It's gonna have
Yeah.
to be a very strong door.
Oh yeah, we reinforced it. Okay, it's Yaz. I've thought of everything. I know these motherfuckers. I'm in their heads. It's like mom was gonna beat down the door. Dad was gonna look for extra exits. Dad is gonna be the first one to actually get into the game and resign himself. Like, okay, we know it's Yaz. Let's do this. Let's get it over with. Blah blah. But all of the clues,
Val, are you
include-
prepared at all to do like some fun little vignettes of them in an escape room?
Yeah, we're gonna cut back to those between
Okay.
others.
Yay!
Uh,
Okay,
Cool.
yay!
Cool. Yeah, it's all about their history together. Like they have to remember memories from when Yaz was growing up, of them
no.
working together and how they raised her in order to like do the clues, etc.
I
Sid,
think when they
you're
get to the
just
quote-unquote
making
end
an
of
indie
it-
game.
When they get to the end of it, instead of like getting released, obviously, it's like they like hit a switch or something, and all it does is cause like red glass domes to lower down over any sources of light in the room, and then medieval Barry Allen starts playing, or Barry White.
Yeah.
Barry Allen and Barry White, two very different people.
Yeah, I don't know if the Flash is a good musician. I'm not.
He's a good dancer.
Very good
big
dancer.
black,
Canonically a
one's
good dancer.
Scrawny little white guy. I mean,
Canonically a good
So-
dancer, which is rare for a scrawny little white guy.
Yeah.
Other scenes in the meantime.
Someone else has to go. I just did the big one.
Yeah,
I'll wait for
you're doing a lot
Wolf.
of
Yeah.
work.
I feel like this party is just going to be a series of bits more than scenes. So I definitely like. There's a moment where Carter is doing a keg stand with the Carter dwarves.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I like Carter V2. He's like,
yeah.
he's learned, he's experienced. He's been possessed by a demon for a while.
He's been through some stuff.
He's having a fun time.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
recognized his mortality.
They're just hoisting you up as you're doing your keg stand. They're counting as they like lower you back down. Dawkinson like slaps you on the back and says, "That's a good constitution you have on you there, boyo."
I think he belches and accidentally casts like a minor spell. No, fully
for it.
bubbles one of the dwarves. Please don't. No. Fuck.
How difficult
kidding.
would it be to get
I'm
the
just
sexy
kidding.
pirate captain to the party?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that too, but that's another one of those ones where like I could have sent a dream. I thought about sending
Is
a
he,
dream
like-
to him and to the God damn it, I'll never say her name right. But again, I don't know how long it would take for them to get there.
Is he like
it
in
took
town?
y'all like 2 months to get to Minrathos.
Yeah.
Okay,
It would
well,
take-
follow-up question. Are there any pirates in Valerio I can invite to this party?
Nobles, pirates, Grey Wardens, ghosts, a
Oh my.
child.
Everybody. Everyone's afraid of is a friend of Red Jenny tonight.
Can I just like have found a hot pirate, like hot
Just
older
wingmanning
pirate
Carter
captain
here.
just to like
Yeah.
invite it
Alright.
for fun?
Yes. Sure.
Yay!
Hey.
Yeah,
You tell me no so often. I'm like, yay!
Yes, you you find some. I think you find some smugglers, which are basically pirates.
One of them is blonde, obviously. This Carter we're talking about.
I'm looking through my notes. Hold on, let me look through my notes and see
Long.
if there's anyone that would qualify as a smuggler that y'all know.
long blonde hair, a little
Hairy
salt and
chest.
pepper in the front,
Hairy chest, like
barrel chested,
barrel chested, like big old.
wide as he is tall, very
Mhm.
confident.
Got like a happy trail that looks like
Yeah.
kind of happy trail that looks like
Oh, he's so hairy.
a well worked path.
So hairy.
I think Carter eyeballs him for a minute, and then a spectral hand of Eckert next to him just turns his face back towards him.
Why? You're dead, babe.
Eckert
Yes.
goes, "Not tonight. Tonight you're mine."
Absolutely. See, I don't need to play these NPCs. You got it.
We're handling it.
Here we go.
All right. I know that some of you have people here. They might. So we had Garas. I just like drawing us back into our like end game. Any scenes that y'all want to have, like specifically characters. I didn't know if you wanted to do something with Lambert here. I know Yaz wants to talk to
Yes.
Wolf. Okay. Do you want to go and do your scene with Lambert?
Yeah. Can do that.
Okay.
It will
Uh,
be a sort of a like, let me pull you away.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that.
Laugh about that.
Lambert
Like
is
we're in an episode of The Bachelor.
Lambert is currently in the kind of center of the room talking with some of the Grey Wardens and stuff, like sharing war stories and that sort of thing.
Is the dude? What was his name? The one Grey Warden that is like the it became like
The guy.
Oh yeah, Gary. What was his? It was his name. It was something like that.
Terry?
Terry.
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 Terry there, right?
Terry the war hero.
The hero of Hosberg. Yeah.
Yes.
Terry
Was
Hero
it
Hosberg?
Terry?
I think
It was
It was
definitely
something like
Terry.
that.
Hold on.
I feel extremely strongly that it
Battle
was
of Hosberg.
I
Terry.
think
I
it
got
was
Battle of Hosberg on my notes. Terry.
He's the one other guy that survived
Yeah.
the trial with Garas.
We
Yeah.
gave him so many war stories.
Yes.
Did I ever put him in my notes, or was he only a?
I do not
Terry
remember
sounds
people's
very
names.
right.
Terry does sound right.
It had to have been
I
Terry.
think it was Terry. I think it was.
It is now.
Well, we'll just go with that. We'll go with Terry. No, so Terry's not there, but they're all talking about Terry.
Okay. I can go with that.
During the siege of Antiva, when they recaptured the city and ousted the Darkspawn, you can see Lambert's just in the middle. He's like, I don't tell you, this one warden. I don't even know how he got up on that roof. But suddenly this ogre is just bearing down on me. And I just hear this shouting from above, and out of nowhere, he's plummeting down, lands straight on the ogre's head, knocks the thing clean out, and just gets up like it's nobody. He's panicking, but I've never seen anything like it. One hit. The thing was just on the ground. Terry, that's what it was. Terry. And you see the other warden says,
Who did that?
you hear the other wardens saying, it's like, oh, Terry, yeah, he's a legend. He killed dozens of Darkspawn in Hosberg completely by accident. I don't even know. Just flailing wildly with a sword in each hand. They just couldn't keep up with him. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of ancient fighting style he's learned. I have just the panic on his faces makes them lunge at him, and it just kills him. I don't know what else to say. Lambert looks up to you, Venehn, as you're approaching, and says, hi. I didn't know if we get a chance to you. Good party.
Thanks. Yeah, I did little to no work on it. So, thank you, Yasmera.
I will. I've already dropped as much as I can in the donations there. So it's great.
Oh, yes, you're a lord now. In addition to all the other honorifics. I'm keeping a list.
Yeah, still getting used to that. And now commander of the Orlesian forces in Antiva, so yeah. Anyway, what's new with you?
Can we talk?
Yeah. Sorry, excuse me, gentlemen. Gets up from the table.
I look hot,
Taking-
by the way. It's party.
Oh,
You know.
I mean, I just kind of assumed everyone did. We didn't talk about
I
dress.
just
Okay,
read
good,
about
yeah.
tonight. Yeah.
Just want to bring it up. We all look hot.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you pull him away outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you step out into the cool Orlesian night air. Some people outside, like walking, enjoying the scenery. You can still hear the sound of the music behind you from the tavern. Lambert kind of breathes a sigh of relief getting outside. He says, thanks for pulling me away from that. I was starting to get a little stuffy in there.
Oh, yeah, it was like really difficult for me to like want to talk to you, so
You look great.
thank you. So do you.
Thank you. I really didn't have much. I only got back a couple days ago, and I still haven't gone through everything in that house. So I just kind of threw something together.
You didn't have to come. You should be sleeping right now, I think.
I will sleep when this war is over.
Mm-hmm.
He's like scruffy. He's got like full war. He did a little bit to try to groom, but on it, like you can see where like he probably started trying to shave like the full beard that he had grown out, then decided just to go with the half beard. Like he's like, I got halfway through it, and I couldn't do the rest of it. Um,
You look
uh,
nice.
thank you, thank you. So I heard from Garahel that you might be there in Antiva.
I will be there in Antiva.
Didn't really take you as the soldier type.
I'm not. But, I mean, I have many talents, first of all.
I know. Absolutely.
Nah, I know you know.
You make a very good omelet.
Thank you. Garas doesn't like my cooking, and I'm trying to figure out why. But that's not the point of this.
What's up?
Well, we're going to war.
Yes, that is true. Feels like there's more to that statement.
You know, I had a lot of things planned in my head to say. It was going to be this, like, very fun, like, speech that I gave you about we're going to war, and if I die, and it... And now that I'm looking at you, it feels silly.
I have never known you to bite your tongue on anything, so don't start now.
This sucks. I don't know. Normally I'm very good at this. But
Normally, you're very good at this. It's making me a little worried that you're not right now. Is everything okay?
everything's okay. I've just been thinking about a lot of things. We've been through a lot this last week, this last month, this last year. And I sat down and I thought about it. And I thought about war, and I thought about mortality, and all of those things you're supposed to think about in these moments. And all I could think about was all of the things I never said to you, and all of the things you don't know about me that I wish you did.
I mean, you know, I want to know. I just didn't want to pry. I know. I figured there was probably a reason that you ended up working for my aunt, and listen, if you want to tell me, you can tell me. If you don't, then don't. That's I don't really care about the Venehn from then. I care about the Venehn now.
This Venehn is very different. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
What were you like growing up? What was growing up like for you?
Ah, I mean, I would say difficult, but I know that's relative. You know, my difficultness is probably a lot different than yours. Uh, you know, my parents died when I was really young. Was raised mostly by my aunt. Uh, I was never very good at school. I was acting out all the time, got in a lot of fights, kept getting in fights, got better about getting in fights. Then, you know, started fighting for a living. Not really living, you know, being nobility, but you know what I mean. Fighting professionally as a soldier, you get it. Yeah, sorry, I'm just going to shut up now.
You have to learn to just answer a question.
It wasn't fun, but it made me who I am, so.
I thought you might say something like that. Do you know when I was little, younger, my name was a source of confusion. For me, you don't know the Elven language, I'm assuming.
Mostly just the profanity I've picked up from spending time with you.
That's, well, fair. The easiest part to pick up, and also, you learned it from me, so fair. Yeah. Even my name, when I was growing up, was a source of, I hate to say drama, but confusion. There's a word in the Elven language that we learn as Dalish growing up. It is Venehn. Slightly different from Venehn. Venehn is the Old Elvish for heart. My name is a portmanteau, kind of. I guess it's two words smashed together, but
Oh, okay, got it. Like I said, not good at school.
no,
Didn't
no,
have
yeah,
that.
yeah, no. I thought about that after I said the word. Venehn is half the word for go, and half the word for joy. There's a word in the Old Elvish, Venehn, spelled very close, slightly differently, that is, means heart. It was confusing for me growing up. Knowing there's a word out there that's almost me, but not quite. It's a whole thing. But joy, and the word for joy, has always been a part of me. And regardless of what I've experienced and what I've gone through, I've tried to carry that with me. My mother gave me that name, and just would feel wrong not to pursue it. So everywhere I go and everything I do, regardless of what's happened to me and regardless of the scars I bear, joy is a part of me. And that's what you bring to my life.
He smiles and kind of like fumbles over his words for a moment. Says, I'm not really as good with words as you are, but your name makes a lot of sense because that's what you've done for me too. Seems like you do that for a lot of people, but I can't think of anyone else that makes me happier to come back to the city and have waiting for me on occasion.
On occasion.
I did remember one other thing though. Another Dalish phrase. He like reaches forward and like takes you like placing a hand like the side of your face and says, Arlathma.
What's that mean? What's that mean?
That's the Dalish for I love
I
you.
love you.
Oh!
Did I say that right? I feel like I didn't say that right.
Close enough. So don't die, okay?
He leans in and kisses you and says, I won't if you don't.
For a long time. For a lot of my life. I have been very alone. I've been in a lot of places and surrounded by a lot of people. And yet, there are a lot of memories of mine that remind me that is fleeting. I don't want this to be fleeting.
I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
He leans in and just kind of like pulls you in for an embrace. Big ol' arms. And just holds you there for a while beside the fountain. You should probably teach me more Dalish though, because that is the exhausted. That's all my vocabulary.
It's not Dalish, it's Elfish, but
Oh, okay, Elfish. Got it.
a lot of the Dalish would disagree, and say it's just Dalish, but... Oh, It just struck me for the first time after I came back that I have family to introduce you to.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'd love to meet him.
Yeah, I just met them a few weeks ago. I just made myself emotional.
He puts an arm around you as the two of you start walking back into the tavern and starts asking about your family.
Yeah, we go party.
I didn't want to do this during the actual sweetness of the moment, but and I also don't know if anybody remembers this bit but me, but at one point Carter walks by with a towel and then turns around and walks away again.
Oh, we remember.
It's one of my favorite bits.
Carter walks
Don't know
down
why
to
he
you.
has a fucking towel in this situation, but
He won't
two-
let Reggie clean shit up, so he's
Yeah.
actually just going to clean
Yeah.
up
He's
wine.
cleaning up a
Yeah.
spilled drink.
We cut back into the escape room where Akant's going over like a serious paper. Says, okay, I think I've arranged these in the right phrase. It says something about the town we first met in. Was that Leeds, right? Or is that Fadir on the side says, no, it was for Shield. The job was in Leeds. We met for Shield. Do not remember anything. They're right next to each other. Okay, all right. So for sure. So when you take the third letter and then we cut back away from all right. We're getting close.
This entire session was just for me. I get my ships, I get my parent trap. This is just all, I'm being fed. This is it. This is it.
Well, speaking of ships, I think the only ship that has not been indulged has been Yasmera's, if you want to do that right now, or we'll wait till next time.
Let's wait till next time.
Okay. All right. Well, probably best, unless there's anything any brief bits that anyone wants to throw. I'll throw Fiddles McGinty back on just for the.
I know that. Oh, Garas definitely introduced Lucia to his dad.
Oh yes.
They.
Varel.
I feel like they're gonna get along like they're gonna get on like a house on fire.
Give me the introduction, because I do want to play out a little bit of this.
Had to because I think Lucy was even like, Garas, your dad probably won't like me. Like Garas had to like cheer her up, like, it's going to be fine. He's going to love you. He loves everyone. Don't worry.
All right. Let's get this over with then.
Daddy, this is Lucia.
Dad kind of like turns away from the conversation they was in, like looks to you, looks back at her, like he and Lucia like make eye contact for a little bit as he's like sizing her up. Then he moves in, like places a hand like on her shoulder and says, you are way too good for him. I have other people I could introduce you to at this party. Actually, I don't know how you are. Hello, Lucia. I am unfortunately Garrus's father. It's a pleasure to meet you. And Lucia's smile, like she like stifles like a grin. She says, it's very nice to meet you too. Garrus has told me a lot about you. I would love to hear more about what Garrus was like growing up. Your father kind of like goes, this one handful. Ignored every lesson I tried to teach him. Always thinking he's better than he is. She says, yes, thinks he's so good at everything he picks up the first time. Just shocked that anyone beats him at anything. The first time we fought and I threw him on the ground, you'd think I'd kicked a puppy or something. He looked so offended. He says, oh, it's not even the half of it. Trust me, the first time I tried to teach him how to pickpocket, it's like fumbling. It's like all thumbs.
You're
they'd like
trouble.
The two of them immediately, like it's almost like they forget that you're in the conversation and they start going away talking and laughing and mostly talking about you.
Garrus stares off into the distance like, I made a huge mistake.
I told you.
Carter comes by and just hands you some burn cream.
They get on great. Anything else?
Can I get one more escape room snippet?
Okay. The cutting back to the escape room. Talus has fully disassembled there's like a lamp that was still in the room that wasn't even a part of the escape room. I don't think she's like fully taken it apart. There's pieces everywhere, like everything's like on its side. She's going over the piece. She says, there has to be something here. I've looked over everything else, the words, the page. I don't get, there's nothing in here that gives me anything. Akon like places a hand like tentatively on her back and says, I'm sort of getting the feeling that we're not going to solve this one. No, we have to solve it. I'm not going back out there and letting them come in here and telling that we couldn't figure out the puzzle. I've taught her everything she knew. I've got to be able to figure this out. She's like full obsessive and conscious, like kind of rubbing circles on her back as she's just crouched on the floor, going over all of the pieces and trying to figure out how to get out.
Bonding. They're bonding again. They're bonding again.
I feel like Yasmera definitely asked Venehn and Garas is like now because like it could have been easy. Yasmera could totally done like how she would have done the traps, but it's like you needed the two most chaotic beings ever to break her traps.
Well, because they can't be normal traps. She
Yeah,
can't.
they can't.
She can't understand them just by looking at them.
So, with all that, that's where we'll go ahead and call our session for tonight. We'll come back and wrap up the party, and then I think go to war.
Off to war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had a mini game too. Is there a mini game for next time?
I think that was for war.
That's war.
Oh, that's for war.
That's
The mini game is war. Got
the
it.
mini game
Okay.
is war.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
It's a
essentially
war mini game.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
So what I'll tell you a little bit, and I'll have the full rules and stuff, is that instead of doing, because remember we did the battle mechanics at Hosberg and did those, I don't really like those because it's the commanders making all the rolls and y'all really do anything. It's not really fun for me to just sit there and roll a bunch of dice and be like, this is what happens because y'all aren't the ones leading this army. So instead of doing that, I took those rules and I chopped them apart and I did a bunch of extra stuff. So
Nice.
instead of doing a big battle where y'all are fighting against 1,000 enemies and stuff, because that would be tedious. And instead of doing those rules, I've got something different. So that will be the game. But yeah, let's go around and do stars and wishes for tonight. Who wants to go first?
I'll start, and I'll just go ahead and star Sita for bringing back one of my favorite bits. Thank you for that. Literally, one of those like you forget a memory until you're reminded, and then like core memory unlocked. Yeah, it made me really happy. I don't know. My wishes, all my wishes have come true. Like I don't even know what to wish for anymore. Maybe what's your face shows back up again? The one that gave us all of our
the prophecies.
all of our prophecies.
Asha Belenar.
Show up at least once before this. I feel like she has to.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
that I'm.
If we have any questions about Alluvians, that's who I was thinking of
Yeah.
contacting.
I mean, so if y'all, the Kokiri Wilds, I'm trying to remember where y'all would, because that is kind of in the opposite direction of where y'all will be going.
Got it.
But it's really up to y'all. I mean, I haven't
Maybe
said
we
like
could
a firm
contact her
timetable.
via dream or something.
Also true. That's probably the most efficient way there, other than y'all traveling all the way to Ferelden
Yeah.
and just to hit her up.
Yeah.
So
That's my wish. We hit her up, and I don't know. Maybe she shows up, or maybe we get a cool epilogue thing after we all die. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's me.
Who's next?
I'll go. I'm gonna give my star to Gaddis, because that conversation between Garrus and Lucia, I like vaguely kind of saw it happening on the horizon. I was like, oh, this seems. As soon as it started, I was like, oh yeah, this seems right. But it was just lovely and interesting, and some interesting character stuff. I liked it. My wish. I don't know. My wishes have also come true. I don't know. I think my wish is just let's follow this with the energy that we've had, let's hold that to the end.
Absolutely. Who's next?
I'll go next. Because my star is the same. The Garrus Lucia moment was just absolutely beautiful. I think, and I hope this doesn't come off as an insult to you, Wally, but Garrus often to me feels like the most kind of emotionally covered person. He, like, we all wear our masks and we all have these little breakout moments where we drop them, and I think for me, Garrus does it the least, which I think makes it that much sweeter when it happens. And that just like incredible honesty with Lucia and me, I don't want to lose you. Like you make me, like all of that was just, it was heartbreaking and in just the best kind of way. And I loved it.
Yeah, I'll say
Masking
the
is a
like.
hell of a thing.
I'll say the "Don't Forget Me."
Oh
line
God.
Oh.
caught me
Yeah.
very much off guard to the point where like I can't. I was like, Lucia's whole thing has been just shitting on Garrus the whole time, and I can't do that
Yeah,
in
she
this
can
scene.
be
I
mean.
was like, I've got to be nice here.
I think that's kind of like a testament to their relationship in that they shit on each other all the time, but when they have those moments, it's like, oh, you're being real right now, and they
Yeah.
respect those moments, but they instantly go right back to shitting on each other when they
Yeah.
know the vibe is right.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, star 0.5, absolutely the scene with Lucia and your dad would just the look on your face was just priceless too. You're just like, I didn't.
'Cause I knew it was
You,
gonna happen.
I wanted you to get along, but not like this. Not like this. Not like this.
Not like these.
And my wish, it's getting really hard to come up with wishes at this point. Let's just kick a lot of ass. Let's fucking go out like absolute rock stars and forge the legend of the Friends of Red Jenny.
Very excited. I'm hoping that this finale, these battles, this mini game thing that I've thrown together all meshes and we get a exciting end to this mini series.
Oop. I do have another wish. We'll see if it happens or not. I want the pacing of the game to be good, but wouldn't it be fucking hilarious if we ended on episode 69?
That would be dope.
I'm just,
That'd be
Well,
dope.
this was
Wouldn't
65,
it-
right?
yeah, we
66.
might land it.
Was this 66?
I think it's the 66,
66,
actually.
yeah.
66.
Oh, right, because I
Hey.
made the joke at the beginning.
Yeah,
So 66, so that would be 3 more episodes.
we can do it.
Honestly, I think
Potentially.
we might stick the landing on that one.
If we can stick the
If-
landing on ending on episode 69, that'd
be
be
so-
incredible.
that'd be so
That's
That'd be
I mean, because
dope.
honestly, like depending on how it really depends on how many scenes we have next time. If we get into like the battle next time, a little bit of role play at the beginning, getting into the conflict. Next section, and so that'd be 67, 68 being finishing that final battle, and then like 69 for epilogue. That could work.
Look,
Yeah.
longest running game.
Let's make it
And
happen.
ends on the nice
New
number.
goal unlocked.
I'm gonna what's gonna happen is we're gonna if we start going off on tangents, I'm just gonna sit here and start saying 69, 69.
Okay,
69.
okay. Yeah. Get it together, guys. Get it together.
Oh yeah, I have my stars and wishes.
That's good. Thank you for the goal, Sita. That's good. That's good.
Yes. Wally, go for it.
My star, it goes to it has to go to Venehn. Just that scene with Lambert was just so sweet. I always like when Venehn drops because it's the same thing like Garas and Venehn, they're the same like thing. It's like they rarely show off their real emotions. So when their real emotions come out, like the true vulnerable sides of them, you can see it, and it was really nice to see that.
We always stand a vulnerable king.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was really sweet. My wish, I want more bits. I want more downtime bits. Let's get into many downtime bits we can before this battle. That's what I think. That's
I have
wish.
one that's gonna make at least one of you cry.
Good,
Oh,
good.
okay. Let's do it.
Why?
Get ready
Why?
for fun.
But
Fuck me up,
why?
fam. Fuck me up, fam.
Okay.
because for this week I thought about character stuff that I would say in case this was the last one before the
Okay.
war.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I'll
think you
bring
told me before the
tissues.
session. It's like I'm going to do something that makes everyone cry, and I was waiting for that.
Not this time.
But
Next
I'm
ti-
the one that does
For
that.
sure.
That's not fair. I don't want to cry.
Excuse
So you
me?
can dish it out, but you can't take it? Is that what you're saying, Zeta?
Wait,
I
wait,
think he needs
wait.
to do a scene that specifically makes Sita cry.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Did Sita just come up into my channel and say he's the one that makes people cry?
In your dojo?
Sorry, you're right. Yes,
This
respect.
this
Take that
dojo
back.
has been making people cry since 2017 on Twitch, so
Well, we'll see who
I
cries
kid. We know
and who
Sita's the
dies.
king of making people
The king of
cry.
cry.
He is the, king of
cry.
He is the king of crying.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight, y'all. I am emotionally exhausted after having to do 3 very intense
I can only imagine.
intimacy scenes with y'all, and I hope I did a good job at keeping them distinct enough.
They
and
were
how
all
everyone
incredible.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey,
'Cause-
people out there that are watching, this is just a friendly reminder that this is what you're doing to your DMs and your GMs and your keepers and your all of the other titles
Names
for
for
them.
game runners. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be having your emotions as your character, but they're having the emotions of all of the other characters.
All the
so
other
just
Check
characters.
in
remember,
on your GM.
Just remember.
Just check in on him.
Just remember
Yeah.
that. Everybody
Remember
always
that
is,
aftercare is very important.
Yes.
That's legit though,
That is.
and not just for players.
Mhm.
Check in with your DMs, guys. They're doing a lot of
but-
heavy lifting.
That's gonna be it for tonight, y'all. So we will be back next week to continue and potentially go to war. In the meantime, join us on Saturday for Hearts of Stone, playing the we were playing Blades in the Dark, and that's at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Got it right. Yay. Thank you to my lovely players for making this game a joy to run as usual, and thank you everyone out there for watching. Until next time, good game and good night, internet.
Calfund.org.
Donate to Kaufman.org.
Par-delà le temps, la menace grandit.